I think we can start right now. We should not be late. We should be on time. We should,
Yes, we can
Yes,
start.
yes. Let's go ahead.
yeah.
Yes, sure. So, good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to all the participants joining us today. It's a pleasure to welcome you to this 3 days practical workshop on AI integrated systematic reviews, meta analysis, and network meta analysis writings and publications. So, my name is Dr. Shobha, and I'll be the host for the today's session. On behalf of the organizing team, I would like to thank SRMR and the Institute of Health Economics and Policy Research, Climate and Dual-Sphere Consulting for bringing us this valuable academic learning opportunities. A few housekeeping rules. Kindly note that your microphone should be on mute throughout the session and kindly rename your Zoom name to the name which you have registered with. This workshop is designed to provide hands-on exposure to evidence synthesis methods with a special focus on how artificial intelligence can support systematic review, meta-analysis, and network meta-analysis writing. It is especially relevant for pharmacy academicians, researchers, and students who want to strengthen their research, publications, and career readiness. Over the next 3 days, participants will gain practical insight to a real world evidence synthesis, HEOR, medical affairs, and industry relevant applications. So, before we begin, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Pramod Rajput sir, former Senior Vice President, Kerala Pharma and Indian Multinational, Honorary Director and Advisory Board Member at Climate Academy, and the member of the Advisory Board of IHEPR, Institute of Health Economics and Policy Research. He has also authored books, namely the title The Leaders with Ladders, The House of Wisdom, and many more. Corporate Board Director, former business leader, academic advisor, and global leadership coach. To commence the session and address the participants gathered today. Sir, please, now the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shobha, and good evening to everybody who has joined on this incredible platform. We always say, in a world flowing with information, evidence is the compass, and that guides the things with the right healthcare decision, which is very important because the compass always guides us in the right direction. And here we are talking about the healthcare, so it guided us in the right way of the right direction. So once again, sincere good evening to Dr. Ajit Singh, Dr. Richa Madam, and to Dr. Shobha, our host, which is the host for the entire day, and all the distinguished speakers, esteemed faculty members, researchers, healthcare professionals, students, and participants. Welcome to this 3 days workshop, which is a very, very important workshop. It is both an honor and a privilege to join you today at this important workshop on AI integrated systematic reviews, meta-analysis, and the network meta-analysis, which was the need of the hour. Why? Because we are living in a time when healthcare is evolving at an unprecedented pace. Every day, thousands of research articles are published across the globe. While this explosion of knowledge is a tremendous opportunity, it also presents a significant challenge. How do we identify the best evidence, separate signal from the noise, and transform the information into the meaningful healthcare decision? This is precisely where systematic reviews and the meta-analysis plays a very important and a pivotal role. They represent the highest level of the scientific evidence and serve as the foundation for the clinical guidelines, healthcare policies, treatment recommendations, reimbursement decisions, and patient care strategies. In many ways, they bridge the gap between the research and the real world healthcare practice. The integration of the AI with the evidence synthesis methodologies marks a new chapter in the healthcare research. It enables us to manage the growing volume of the scientific literature and accelerate, rather, it gives the velocity to the generation of the reliable evidence that can provide impact the patient's outcomes and the public health. At the same time, economics and outcome research, HEOR, the health technology assessment, HTA, medical affairs, market access, clinical research and public health, these competencies are becoming a very essential for the today's generation and also for the next generation of the healthcare leaders and decision makers. I, on this platform, encourage all the participants to make the most of this opportunity. Engage actively with the faculties. The seasoned faculties have the multiple experience. Please ask questions. Don't feel that if I'll ask that what is going to happen. No, we all are a learner here. And as a learner, let us ask the question. Please share your perspective because you have also the knowledge, you have the experience. So when you will share your knowledge, it is going to help other people as well. And explore how these methodologies can be applied in the academic, clinical, and industry settings, which is the real need. The knowledge and the skills which we gain during this workshop can contribute to the stronger research, better healthcare decisions, and ultimately improve the patient care, which is the actual requirement. So before I close my talk, I extend my sincere congratulations and appreciation to once again IHEPR SRMRN, Climate Research led by Dr. Ajit Singh and Dual Sphere Consulting led by Dr. Richa Goyal and the team for organizing this valuable initiative, for their commitment to ensure a culture of the evidence-based healthcare and continuous learning. This is not the very first step. They are the seasoned personalities, and they keep on doing it because they want to enrich the young generation. So my salutations to both of them. As we begin this workshop, let us remember that every piece of the quality evidence generated today and tomorrow and day after tomorrow, the 3 days, has the potential to improve the countless lives tomorrow. Believe you me, friends, and it is true, the future of the healthcare belongs not only to those who create knowledge, but to those who can transform knowledge into the evidence and evidence into the action. And that's why it is required. So I wish this workshop a great success and all the participants are highly enriching, engaging, asking questions, and productive learning experience. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Shobha, for inviting me. Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. G. Thank you, Dr. Richa, madam. Have a wonderful and insightful workshop ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
sir.
much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for insightful words. Now, I like to invite Dr. Ajit Singh, sir, founder and CEO of Climate Research Solution and founder and director, Operations and Academic Affairs at IHEPR, Institute of Health Economics and the Policy Research to address the participants. Sir, please.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Sobha. Thank you. So, guys, first of all, welcome you all to this wonderful, 3 days workshop. And along with that, I would like to thank all of you, literally, to believe in us and in IGPR. See, systematic reviews, scoping reviews we were conducting before also, but the response what we get now and what we received for this workshop is tremendous. Getting 120 or 130 registrations for this workshop, which is kind of I will say it's very amazing and very much needed, right? So you understand the importance of the things, you understand the importance of the learnings, right? So you came here, you joined it. So I'm very happy to see this audience, see this crowd here and see all of you here in this workshop. First of all, thank you to all of you. And then I would like to thank Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput sir for joining this evening, with us as our chief guest for the inauguration. His blessings are always, needed, required. And if I say without them, we are not going ahead, right? So it is very, very important for, us to have him take his blessings and start, a new task, one by one, or if we say, one after one. We are doing a lot of things, and his blessings, his support, tremendous support, unconditional support. So thank you very much, sir, for joining and pointing out, very rightly, that evidence which we are generating today and tomorrow will be helping us in the future. And that's why these subjects are very important. All the subjects what we are going to cover in this, since systematic reviews, meta-analysis, there are multiple workshops going on, and I see advertisements every day on, people are conducting the workshop on systematic reviews, because this is the hot topic, and this is not the hot topic now only. This is the hot topic for last 2 decades or maybe 3 decades. So because people don't want to learn this skill, or only people who are very much interested, or only the people who wants to grow in the careers, they want to join such workshops and learn systematic review writing or meta-analysis writing. But how we are different? We are different in three very important aspects. Okay, first, we are equipped with very much, with the new technologies like AI subscriptions, all the someone is sharing Nishchal. Okay.
It's a kind request. Please let the speak.
No, no,
Please
no,
don't disturb. Yeah.
guys,
Yes.
guys, 1 second. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. Okay. Hmm.
मुझे लगता है बाई मिस्टेक हो गया होगा डॉक्टर अजीत सर,
हाँ,
है ना?
कोई बात
इस
नहीं,
वजह
कोई
से
बात नहीं. It's okay.
but there
Dr.
is now we have restricted them. They cannot share whiteboards. That's okay. We have that permissions, That is very
Please,
important.
please
Yes, sir.
continue,
Even
Dr.
the
You
by
can go ahead.
mistakes can distract the people, right?
Yes,
That's why.
yes.
Okay, so I was saying that we have the three very important elements with us. First, we are equipped with all the tools, all the techniques, and all the instruments, all the whatever AI tools are required, and whatever things are required for this wonderful workshop. Okay, and the second is the diversity in our faculty members. We have so many of the experts, right? We have so many of the experts, not only one. For each and every topic, we have the experts. Okay, for each and every topic we have the experts to teach here, to like for meta analysis we have Dr. Rajpal. He is expert in R. He is expert in the tools, whatever we have to present, or whatever we have to teach you. We are having the people who are expert in data synthesis. We are having the people who are very expert in preparing the protocol and who are working in the industry, right? So the second part is, because see, if you go anywhere else, I have attended multiple of them, I'm not comparing, but that there are only a few expert, one or two experts who are taking care of everything, right? So we have a diversity of faculty members, of experts who are going to teach you, and this is all live. You can definitely ask your questions, anytime with any faculty members, right? And the third thing is, what we are equipped with, that we are coming up with a very fantastic thing in this workshop, which is we are inviting all of you to write papers. Okay, if you are interested, we are welcoming you to write papers with us. Take our guidance, and our guides, our mentors will be available even after this workshop. Okay, we will be guiding you in writing the papers. We will be helping you in writing the papers. We will be helping you, and mentoring you till the publication. Right? Definitely, there will be some rules, regulations, conditions. Those we will be, taking care, and all have to, be with us. Definitely, but along with that, we are here to guide you throughout, even after this workshop. But only thing what I require from you, all of you, is you have to be consistent, you have to be very much enthusiast, and let me be very clear that we are not going to do anything. You have to do everything. We are here to mentor you. We are here to provide you all the guidance throughout. We are here to, give our tools for the use, right? We are here to do that also, right? So I hope you guys are here to do some, really good work, and to take it forward also. And that is the very special part of this workshop. Okay, so you guys have to be with us. You guys have to complete the assignments. Every day there are assignments. Okay, so first 2 days there are assignments, very simple assignments. You will be coming to know after the workshop. You will be having the lectures, then the assignments. Like first day, maybe you have to come up with the research topic with the objectives. Maybe second day you have to come up with the search strategy, and third day there is an exam, right? So because we just don't want you to give the certificates, we want you to understand this, we want you to learn this properly. We want you to when you're going out of this workshop, we want all of you to get skilled in this, at least 50%, 60%, whatever you are receiving. So with that, thank you very much for all for joining us here. And I would like to thank at the end, but what we say that last but not the least,
Yes.
my partner Dr. Richa Goyal, who is always a very great support, and who is my fellow partner, my fellow director and founder in IHEPR also. And that is like what we are doing here is Dr. Richa and our teams, all the teams. I would like to thank to our all the teams also for conducting and collaborating and what we say, coordinating wonderfully. So thank you, Dr. Sova, again for your wonderful anchoring as well. So over to you, Dr. Sova.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for insightful words. I now welcome Dr. Richa Goyal, ma'am, founder and CEO of Dual Space Consulting Singapore and founder and director Strategy and Global Affairs IHEPR Institute of Health Economics and Policy Research to address the participants. Ma'am, please.
Thanks, Dr. Shobha. And thanks, Dr. Ajit. Thank you, Rajput sir. And I would like to extend my thanks to entire team of Climate Research. Dr. Ajit, it's your brainchild. And without the collaboration and partnership, this vision wouldn't have been where it is today. Although we have just started, right? And we have a lot of surprises, a lot of things coming along the way for all the participants. Firstly, thank you so much for coming up in such huge numbers for this workshop. It gives us the confidence. It gives us that the vision and mission that we have behind this workshop, behind the entire IHEPR, all of us echo with the same. So thank you all for your support in this. For a person like me, who has spent almost 2 decades of her life in HEOR, I have seen the evolution. I have seen where we were called as HERO team, HEOR, different terminologies I have come across. I've seen the evolution from systematic review to pharmacoeconomic modeling to global value dossiers to real world evidence and the digital health. It feels surreal. It's a very emotional moment where we have come. We have come so far. And as Dr. Ajit said, we are equipped with the best faculty. We are equipped with the best mentors. We not only will leave you here after these 3 days that our work is done. No, what we believe in establishing lifelong relationship of learning from each other. As the motto of Dual Sphere Consulting also says, let's learn and grow. So with this, I would like to thank and let's learn and grow together. It's a lifelong thing. Let's begin.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your insightful talk. So, with that, we are delighted to have you for with us for the higher level and practical session. To begin with, our first module for the evening is systematic reviews in industry practice. For this session, I would like to call Dr. Richa Goyal, ma'am. Dr. Richa Goyal is a seasoned life science professional with over 18 years of industry experience, predominantly on the consulting side. She is the CEO and co-founder of Dual Sphere Consulting, based in Singapore, and commands deep expertise across strategic planning, go-to-market strategies, market access, pricing, launch optimization, and late-phase studies. Dr. Richa is also involved in conducting training and fellowship programs in HEOR and is the founder and director of IIHEPR, Institute of Health Economics and Policy Research. Her specialization areas include health economics and outcome research, real-world evidence, patient preference studies, patient reported outcomes, health system research, data analysis, patient support programs, and post market research. Dr. Richa has been recognized with several prestigious awards, including the Healthcare Business Women Association Then and Now Award under the HPA Ambassador Program, the Asia's Women Leader Award, and the CEO Award for People Leadership during her tenure in IQVIA. She also contributed both national and international conferences. She has also published over 50 publications in peer-reviewed journals. Dr. Richa is also one of the authors of the upcoming Pharmacoeconomics Guidelines of India. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Richa Goyal, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's begin.
Dr. Richa, one more second I would like to take.
Yes, of
So,
course.
guys, it's very important announcement. See, we are just not here, as we have discussed, Sir has discussed, I have discussed, Dr. Richa has discussed. We have not yet launched one very important part. But we are here and expecting all of you to carry forward your future journey and future careers also with us. So I would like to just show you this a glimpse of this website. This is called sysmat.org. We are here to we are not launching it officially today. We will be having an official launch of it. This is called systematic and meta analysis, sysmat.org, and we are creating a global collaborative ecosystem for evidence synthesis, mentorship, and publication. International Systematic Review Meta-Analysis Research Network. You all are most welcome to become a member. You can visit the website. Website is live right now, but we are working on some intricacies, and then we will be launching it. Our entire team will be launching it. So all the students, professionals, all organizations are welcome to join us, right? In this, major activities will be live research projects, workshops, boot camps, global mentor network, institutional collaborations, publication support, AI-enabled evidence synthesis. I mean, all whatever you want for the systematic review. And we will be majorly working on systematic review publications, meta-analysis, scoping review, umbrella review, network meta-analysis. So it is an official, invitation for all of you to join us. And then it is a, great platform where, I can invite all of you to join now, and we all will be celebrating the launch of it very, very soon, and our respected promoter will be here to launch it very soon. We will be having a good program. So why we are existing, you can just go through the website is sysmet, SISMET, systematic review and meta-analysis.org. Okay, and why we are here, what we are here, and what is the collaboration workflow. You can inquire, you can meet, we can get the proposals, we can do MOU, we can execute the programs, and we can track the outcomes. And this is our first program which is happening right now. So I just wanted to show you this because I'm so happy and I couldn't control this emotion, But yes, it is not yet officially launched. Our entire board of IHEPR will be launching it because this is the IHEPR's, initiative. This is the new initiative of IHEPR. So our entire board will be launching it very soon. We will be planning with our board how to launch it, what to, how to go ahead with this. But definitely you can be a part of now because website is live. So yes, then over to you, Dr. Richa. I'm so sorry to interrupt you for a
No,
minute.
no, that was very important, Dr. Ajit, because I have the logo of SRMRN on my first slide, right? So, yeah, so thank you so much. So, let's begin. A quick question for everyone so that I can gauge the audience as well. How do you rate yourself in systematic review and meta analysis as a beginner, intermediate, or proficient? If you can quickly please type into the chat window. Sorry.
We could see beginner, intermediate.
I can
Mostly
see
they are
yes,
beginner,
yes,
ma'am.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Because it will help me to start from the basic, right? Be brilliant at the basics, as they say, right? So, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. The
And
majority is
eventually,
beginners, ma'am.
yeah. And eventually, as we move along the sessions, right, the level of difficulty, as they say, will increase. Okay, beginner. Next question. How many of us work in the field of HEOR at a professional level? Anyone already working in HEOR?
No.
More no's, right?
No. Yes, ma'am.
Dr.
The
Shobha
majority is
rather
the no.
than. Okay, fine. Okay, then I'll go with the flow as I prepared. Then I don't have to change anything. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. You can carry on.
okay. Yes, so let me just share my screen, okay? Okay. Let me know once it is visible.
Physics, ma'am. We can see.
Everyone can see, correct? Right.
Ma'am.
Okay. How many of us recognize all these 4 logos? You can type 1, 2, 3, 4. Shobha, I need help.
It's 4, ma'am. And then 3.
3.
I get 4.
Okay. 3, 4, 3, 4. That's the count, right?
3, 4. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Climate, as you know, Dr. Ajit is the founder and CEO for Climate Research. Dual Sphere is a HEOR consulting company. And IHEPR, Institute of Health Economics and Policy Research, we just launched. And under the flagship of HEOR, of IHEPR, we are proud to announce SRMRN, Systematic Review and Meta-Analysis Research Network, the website which Dr. Ajit showed just some time back. Okay, so that's why thank you, Dr. Ajit. This sets the context. Okay, so now let's begin. Systematic reviews in industry practice. It's a very basic session, just as a beginner session, because majority of us, as I gauged, are beginners. We want to learn and we want to grow in this field. As the days progress, as the sessions progress, from the beginner we move to intermediate to advanced. But we have prepared our sessions in such a way that it's very engaging, understanding, and they come with a homework. Okay, let's begin. What will we learn? We will learn to define and distinguish between different types of reviews. We will map the landscape where SLRs fit across HEOR, HTA, market access, and publication planning functions. Select the right approach. Recognize when to use rapid reviews, scoping reviews, targeted reviews, or meta analysis. Especially one misconception: every systematic review leads to a meta analysis, right? Every. Okay, and that's a misconception. We'll clear that as well. Understand the end-to-end workflow of industry relevant systematic review. Identify the risk factors and the success factors. Everything has its pros and cons, right? Challenges, mitigations, everything. Okay, why systematic reviews matter in industry? uh, Gone are the days, long back actually, 2 to 3 decades back, as we were discussing, when unstructured review or anything that we type in Medline or anything and we just give the results mattered. Now everyone looks for a structured evidence synthesis. Even for our thesis in masters and PhDs, we do a structured approach. Sometimes we define it as a systematic review, sometimes as a scoping review, sometimes as a targeted review, right? It does matter in academics as much as it matters in the industry. Okay, every project, for example, I recently submitted one project for drug launch strategy. It was an oncology drug in the US. I submitted market access strategy for one of the antihypertensive drugs to be launched in India. I'm working on hemophilia profile for one of the drugs to be launched in the market. Why I'm saying this example? Because every HTA study or the market access project that I do come with an element of secondary research. The structured it is, the better it is. Okay, majorly clients ask for a systematic literature review. Whenever we go for HTA submissions, that is health technology assessment submissions, a systematic review is a must. Okay, it's a business requirement. It is now a standard required by the payers, providers, HTA bodies, internal and external stakeholder. Who is a stakeholder? Any person who has a stake in a project is called as a stakeholder, right? Cross-functional teams depend on reviews. So there are various teams in industry, from R&D to market access to medical affairs, HUR team, medical writing team, and the anchor on which they rely when one work is passed on to the other is a systematic review report or the search strategy or a systematic review. Everyone refers to it. Downstream products start here. Okay, your economic models, value dossiers, publication plans, evidence gap analysis, for everything a secondary literature review is required. Okay, and inadequately scoped reviews can cause delay in decisions, misleading conclusions, and erode stakeholder confidence at critical junctures. As somebody working in the field of HEOR, it's not always that the secondary search or the meta-analysis I do, it favors the client's drug. Many a times I have worked on reviews where client's drug in meta-analysis track ranking, let's say it lies at the third or the fourth position. Now as a researcher, you tell me, what should we do? Shall we do something and put client's drug on the top, or shall we do the report as reported? We follow that and present our result to the client. Just quickly, if you can type in the chat. Dr. Shubha, what are they saying? I can't see the screen now.
Their report, ma'am, as report,
Yes,
as reported.
yes. So there's a thumb rule that we follow: report as reported. Okay, right.
Yes.
We cannot fabricate the result, we cannot introduce any type of bias. Okay, and honestly, client has paid me when I have done a systematic review and given a report like the client's drug is not the best of the lot, right? Or there are some particular clinical or safety outcomes where the drug client's drug might be at the last position, and it's my money has never been deducted. My effort has always been appreciated because it's report as reported. And that is, as a researcher, what is expected out of us: provide completely unbiased and authenticated results, right? What is a systematic review? The important word that takes my attention here is reproducible method. Okay, it comes with a robust methodology. How many reviewers are minimally required to conduct a systematic review? Quick question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minimum.
2, 3. Again 2,
So there are 3. So 2
3, and
reviewers,
then
2
2, 2, 3.
reviewers, yeah, and 1 reconciler. Who is a reconciler? Let's say me and Dr. Shobha are reviewing. Sorry, Dr. Shobha, your name
No
only is
more.
coming to my mind. So let's assume me and Dr. Shobha are reviewing one abstract. I include that, and Dr. Shobha excludes that, right? And then we call an expert. Let's say Dr. Ajit, who resolves the conflict, not between me and Dr. Shobha, are in the conflict in our decision. Okay, we invite him to take an unbiased decision. Okay, and see whether it is included or excluded. It follows a predefined research question, a protocol, transparent selection process. Right. One of the very, from my experience, I can tell a lot of things here. So, the first thing that I would like to tell you, whenever we do a systematic review, we generally study the research question. We study the PICOs, that's patient intervention, comparator, outcome, and study design, and we start reviewing the abstract. Do you think that is the correct approach? Yes or no? Dr. Shobha, what are they
Yes.
saying?
Yes, ma'am. Completely yes.
Okay. Answer is spend a day reading about the therapeutic area. Okay, because in not all the abstracts you find the answers very easily. Okay, what we do is we don't read about the therapy area, we just see, oh, Alzheimer's, oh, dementia, let's start include exclude based on the drugs outcome and study design, right? That is not the approach. Spend half a day, 1 day to read about the therapy area, deep dive into it. What kind of drugs are available, what kind of drugs are marketed, any challenges, any pros, any cons, read about the company profile, pipeline, clinical trial results, every information related to the PICOs that you find on Google, read about it. Okay, that is the approach needs to be followed. Otherwise, systematic review remains very superficial. How will you be able to link and make the HTA strategy? How will you prepare the strategic documents for market access? Okay, just doing the inclusion exclusion doesn't help, right? Okay, now what are the industry uses of systematic review? Burden of illness studies, economic model inputs, utility values, resource use, treatment patterns, then health technology assessment to learn about competitor landscape, unmet needs, evidence map, market access, how to develop a pair value story, global value dossier support, medical affairs, publications, so publication planning, clinical strategy, landscape assessment, benchmarking, for all these systematic reviews are used. Now tell me, if you only read the PICOs and you are asked to work on any of these strategies, will you be able to give in-depth knowledge? Answer is no. When it's you're asked to present in front of the HTA bodies, they ask all sorts of difficult questions. Then you cannot say I will come back, because you have worked on that project. It is expected from your side to answer all these questions. Okay, so be thorough with it. Many a times we just read the PICOs, only this is of our use, right? Why shall we read about the therapy area? No, you have to read about it. Fine.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt. Can you make little slow because the audience is telling that it's too fast?
Okay. You want me to speak slowly, right?
Yes, ma'am, because they're not understanding the terminology, it seems. It's like new for them. So
Okay.
we'll just like go in bit, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Shobha. So now let me, since many of them are beginners, let me explain health technology assessments as well. Okay, so the health technology assessment bodies, they act as a bridge between a pharmaceutical company and the government bodies which provide help in providing the drugs at a reimbursed price. Okay, affordable price. Right. For example, NICE is the HTA body in UK. NHS is the governing body. ACE is the HTA body in Singapore. Okay, homework, read about the HTA bodies, although you will learn a bit of it in our sessions. Fine. Types of reviews used in the industry. I hope the pace is okay now. Yes, no. Okay. So, firstly, let's talk about systematic literature review. They are done with complete full methodology, which involves your search strategy preparation, looking for the abstracts from various databases, abstract screening, full text screening, data extraction, and writing a report. It can be a qualitative or a quantitative. If it is a qualitative finding, it is given in the form of a report. If it is quantitative, then we see the feasibility of meta-analysis, whether it can be done or not. Understood? Then comes the rapid review. Rapid review means they are streamlined for speed or early decision if you want to have something very quickly, but the methodology is not as robust. Then come the scoping review. In a scoping review, let's say a client asks me to prepare a proposal. Okay, for that, I have to quickly see how many abstracts are coming, what is the search strategy, so that I can budget the project. Targeted literature review. They focus on specific business questions. The difference between SLR and TLR methodology is in a systematic literature review, you have two reviewers and one person doing the QC. In a TLR, generally it is a single review process with QC, a more rigorous QC involved at various stages. Meta-analysis, quantitative pooling of study results. But first, a feasibility analysis needs to be done. Just 1 second, guys. Give me just 1 second. Where's the pen? Yeah. Okay, coming back. A systematic literature review is the gold standard for evidence synthesis. As I said, the appropriate choice for rigor, transparency, and reproducibility, they are non-negotiable. Now, what is the meaning of reproducibility here? Which means if I am sitting in Singapore from the search strategy today, comes up with 1,000 abstracts to screen, anyone, okay, sitting in any part of the world, when runs the same search strategy, the number of abstracts are same. That is the meaning of reproducibility, but of course still a limited time frame. Why? Because every minute or every few minutes, more and more publications are added to these databases. So a very important thing again, whenever you do a systematic review, mentioning the time, especially on the search strategy, is very important. It's a time bound thing, because if I run the same search strategy, the results might be different because many more abstracts can be added on those databases. Okay, there are certain prerequisites for a systematic review. For example, it requires a protocol development. Can anyone tell me why do we need to develop a protocol for a systematic literature review and where it goes?
Template, Prospero.
How many of them have written Prospero, Dr. Shobha?
Prospero is the maximum, ma'am.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
correct.
but
That is correct. You have to get the protocol approved, right? And then comes the database searching. Can again a question, can anyone tell me commonly searched databases for a systematic literature review?
it's the PubMed one.
Sorry,
Majority is the PubMed one, ma'am.
PubMed.
Yes. Embase, PubMed, Scopus. But PubMed
Anyone
is the majority, ma'am.
anyone written Cochrane?
Yes, ma'am. Cochrane is also there.
Okay, okay. So I think the audience knows, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
it's Medline, Embase, Cochrane.
Cochrane.
Yes, plus any disease specific database if the client asks. Okay, and do you think for running a systematic literature review, only these databases are enough, or what else can be done?
It's a gray literature
That is the
and
answer I was
search.
looking for.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So gray literature searching is done, which means the articles which are not on these databases, right? Those are to be searched using Google Scholar, cross-referencing or snowballing as we call it. That needs to be checked, and then everything is compiled. And same article can be published in multiple databases, so a deduplication is also required. Okay. And then, as we said, it's a dual review process, requires data extraction and quality assessments. Various checklists are available. You will study about them tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at the other reviews one by one. How much time I have, Dr. Shobha, if anyone can help me?
Yes, ma'am. You can carry on, ma'am.
Give
It's
me a time
almost like
checker.
we have 7 minutes of delay, but still you can take, ma'am. 10 more
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah. 10 more minutes.
Yes, ma'am. Can do.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay, right. So rapid review, when the timelines are compressed, okay, and a full systematic review is not feasible, rapid review is the solution. It requires certain shortcuts, balancing speed with comprehensiveness. When to use early stage strategy, internal decision support, quick landscape assessment. Okay, fewer databases are searched here. Single reviewer screening with validated checks are there. Okay, and gray literature search is limited. Faster delivery and lower resource investment, but reduces the comprehensiveness. There we use rapid reviews. They are best suited for internal decisions. Okay. Then comes the scoping and review and the targeted literature review. Shubha, can you please put on mute for everyone? It's Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so now the difference between a scoping review and a targeted literature review. Let's look at the boxes. Okay, a scoping review, as I said, at the early planning stage, I have to give a budget to a client. Okay, quickly I do a systematic review and I give it to the client. Targeted literature review, selected high priority evidence, efficient but a bit less comprehensive. It is driven by a narrow, well defined research question, generally used for internal briefings, advisory preparation, or gap analysis. Okay, this is the difference between a scoping review and a targeted literature review, where meta analysis fits. Now, as we were talking about, there's a misconception that every systematic review leads to a meta analysis. Answer is no. Even if the results are quantitative, first we have to study the feasibility, whether the results are homogeneous, heterogeneous. If they are heterogeneous, what is the level of heterogeneity? Hold on to these thoughts. Day after tomorrow, you will learn about everything, whatever I am talking today. What is heterogeneity? What is feasibility assessment? How to read a forest plot? Everything will be taught. Okay. Now, in a commercial setting, First, we define a research question based on PICOs, which is patient, intervention, comparator, outcomes, and study design. We build a protocol, we get it published, develop a search strategy, screen the studies, extract the data, make the report. QC at every process is very important. For conducting systematic reviews, there are a lot of tools available. In today's session with Dr. Ajit, you will learn about few of them. Okay, I myself use a lot of tools using a systematic literature review. Many of the guidelines permit the use of HTA for the of these tools. When and how, Dr. Ajit will talk about it in his session. Okay, but I use it, and but with one thing that is called as HITL, called as human in the loop. Because if we are playing and we are the decision help in decision making of certain market access of certain drugs, then QC becomes very important. Okay. Now, getting the research question right, very important. Start with the decision need. What is the objective of the HTA submission? Is it for HTA submission, internal use by the company? Where are we using this systematic literature review? Define the PCOS elements. Okay, right. Setting, study design, why it is important, align to intended use, what it is used for, and try to make a search strategy which cuts down the noise. Nobody feels happy to see 12,000 abstracts to start with. At the end of the day, you extract only 5 papers. Okay, there's a lot of gap here, which means the search strategy is, I would say, it isn't going in any direction. It is just bringing in noise. Okay. Now build a fit for purpose search strategy. You will get this as an homework as well, how to make a search strategy. Okay. Translate the questions into concepts, right? For every facet of search strategy, use it differently. One string for disease, one for intervention. It should be sensitive and specific, which means sensitive enough not to miss out any study, and specific enough so that it includes everything, which means it should be relevant. Cut down the noise as much as possible. Select appropriate databases. Predefine and justify the limits and the filters, whether the studies are required in English language, humans, publication date. Okay, there are a lot of filters. Use them wisely. Okay, now these are certain steps. Once you have all the abstracts in place, you start with title and abstract screening, basis the PICOs. The articles that are included, we search for the full text, and then again inclusion exclusion starts. What is the major difference between abstract and title screening and full text review, full text screening? The major difference is that in abstracts, all the PICOs might not be given. If one or two PICOs are missing, you include the abstract basis the unclarity. Correct? But when you have the full text in your hand, there is no scope of any unclarity. Okay. If the PICOs are there, then it is there, right? Then it is included. Then you do the structured data extraction and a risk of bias assessment. This slide is a bit important. Okay, so primary use of these systematic reviews in different functions, and what are the deliverables that they are supported. So in health economics and outcomes research, let us look at a bit broader window. Okay, what are the different outputs that are used? So in HEOR, how SLRs or literature reviews can be used for economic models, burden of illness studies, resource use data, and generally, the deliverables that are supported are the pharmacoeconomic models. Market access, developing of value story, gap analysis, objection handlers. The deliverables that are supported include global value dossiers, value frameworks, briefs for the payers. Health technology assessments, Comparative evidence studies comparing drug A versus B, drug A versus placebo, drug A, B, and C. Submission support. Outputs or the deliverables include dossiers, indirect treatment comparison, and the evidence tables. Medical affairs and publications used for publication planning, narrative reviews. What do we get? Manuscripts, posters, advisory board materials, etc. Okay, let's see a quick example, a quick case study so that we all can connect the dots. The objective was to understand clinical outcomes and unmet need in a target disease area prior to payer engagement and dossier development. What do? You create clinical evidence map across comparators, efficacy, safety, and tolerability summary. Okay, and address gap analysis. Application for payer narratives, value propositions. This is used. Business impact supports more coherent cross-functional decision making. So this is how it is, as the topic says, in industry setting. This is how we use SLRs in market access areas in industries. Okay, right? Common mistakes in the reviews that we do: unstructured question, overstretched research, including too many abstract, including noise, inconsistent screening decisions, dual review process. We don't understand thoroughly, either too much inclusion, too much exclusion. The decision that both the reviewers take, they don't talk to each other. Weak extraction structure, findings without context. So when we do a systematic review in a commercial setting, what we rely mostly on is something called as team huddles. Okay, every morning we discuss any difficulty, anything. At the end of the day, if there is a list of any proper query, we create a query log. Sometimes we ask those for those clarifications from the client, and we prepare a query log. So if anyone in the team encounters the same difficulty, they can refer to those abstracts. Okay, so those team huddles discussions in the industry setting help us navigating a lot of difficulties or unclarity that we see in systematic literature reviews. Okay, now what a good review looks like, right? Start with a decision focused question, a predefined protocol which each and every team member should read. Very interesting thing. Sometimes in our commercial setting, we work on 2 to 3 different SLRs. Okay, what I do is I always have PICOs in front of me. Let's say I'm switching from one project on HIV to another one on diabetes. I read the PICOs again before starting the new project, how much thorough I am with that. Okay, just to brush off the memories of the previous one and to just reiterate the PICOs for the project that I am about to start. Okay, involve right stakeholders early. Discuss the pilot results with the client. Okay, show what type of inclusions are coming. What is the rate of inclusion? Because sometimes clients want us to tweak the search strategy a bit. Okay, if there are very less inclusions. Keep documentation, always helps. In a commercial setting, documentation always helps. Okay, how many abstracts you reviewed, what were the decisions that you have taken, right? Tailor outputs to the end user, right? Learn, always be inquisitive and ask the systematic literature review that I am doing, where will it go? Is it for HTA submission? Don't do it just as a task. Okay, in industry setting, always bug your manager. What will happen with this systematic review? Will there be an HTA? And if the drug is approved, right, in the market access scenario, go and read the full value dossier. It will give you a very proud moment. Okay, key messages from this module: they are strategic tools. Don't take them only as exercise. Think the bigger purpose. Why am I doing it? Where will this be plugged? What is the HTA strategy? Right, I also want to be a part of that HTA strategy. There are tools for every job. We will learn about them in another half an hour, 40 minutes. Discipline builds trust. Okay, keep on reading about it. Improve your knowledge, right? Fit for purpose. The best systematic review is not the most exhaustive one. It is the one that answers the right question with appropriate rigor in the form that decision makers can use, right? Okay, so with this, thank you for listening. This was just the basic, just the start to give you a very brief overview. Uh, as the influencers say, like, subscribe, share, follow. This is the QR for our IGPR website. This is for our LinkedIn page. Okay, so with this, I end my session. If there are any quick questions, I am okay to take them now. You can type them in the chat window. Our expert teams are there to help in
Dr.
the interest of
Richa,
time.
we will take the questions after,
The end of the
another
day.
session by ma'am, because ma'am is waiting and we are already, some 20 minutes late for ma'am's session. We will take the questions after that. There are only 2 or 3 questions. We will take the questions later. Dr. Soba, please go ahead. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am was actually waiting, so yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Richa ma'am, for the insightful session. We now move on to the next module, research